Right, okay guys, welcome to another video. This one I'm going to be taking a look at the One magazine, issue 6, and it was released in March of 1989. And back then this magazine encompassed, it was the Atari ST, Commodore Amiga and also the PC. Now not many people had PCs, or if they did, they didn't have them for games. You know, but yeah, it was a magazine I remember very fondly. It was a really colourful magazine, looked really nice. So anyway, yep, let's crack on and take a wee read. Right, okay, let's have a wee look. Join the critical list. Okay, some nice ocean games there. Dragon Ninja. I think that was, what was it, Bad Dudes? Oh yeah, it was Dragon Ninja versus Bad Dudes, I think it was called. Yeah, it's not a bad game. I remember at the time thinking it was actually quite a poor game, but since playing it on the Amiga, I think it's not actually bad at all. It's actually not too bad. I actually need to do an arcade bit for my arse on that one. If I've not already done it, I possibly have. I'll need to double check. Yep, Robocop. What can we say about Robocop? Did I have it on the Amiga? I think I did. Batman. Yeah, this one here. This was it was a comic book thing. I never really got into it. I always felt it was like a kind of Pyjamarama type game for the 16-bit. Not a fan of mine at all. WEC Le Mans. Again, I can't remember much. What was that actually on? Does it tell you? I don't think it does actually. Commodore Amiga. Oh, it must have been REW. Right, okay. You know what? I've just actually picked. I've got another arcade bear for my arse I can do. I don't recall ever. I think I have done one for that. You know what? I can't actually recall seeing that on Amiga or ST. Anyway, moving on. Right, let's have a look at the contents. Like that. Oh, there you go. Issue 6 of the One was edited by Gary Penn with artistic direction and productions assistance from Gareth Jones. Advertisement manager Mark Scriven somehow managed to persuade the software houses to book space. So anyway, right, what have we got? Work in progress, a detailed insight into how a coin-op makes a transition from arcades to home. Andrew Braybrook and the boys at Craft Gold are converting Tato's Rainbow Islands. Oh, for Christ's sake. Now I've got to say, I picked this particular edition completely at random. Now if I knew it was going to feature that game, I would have absolutely bypassed it. But anyway, I'm 5 minutes into it, so I better just crack on, or 2 minutes I should say. Stealth Fighter, Blastroids wasn't a bad game at all. Welcome to issue 6 of the One. Over 6 months, young and far from complete. The issue in your hands is just beginning and the best is yet to come. The magazine as a whole has been continually refined and expanded, in particular a unique review format. So yeah, these are the reviewers. Paul Lee, not familiar with him. Kieran Brennan, I think he's still in the industry. Tony Dillon, can't remember him. Tim Green, nope. Declan McCauley, not. Brian Nesbitt, not. Gary Penn, yep, Gary's still he's still a big player in the scene. Graham Taylor, he obviously went on to manage England, and Gary Witter, I think he's still doing it as well. So was that? I don't know what the significance of that being there is. Don't know. Blastroids, right, is that just an advert possibly? I think it might be. Right, the letters are always quite funny to read. Right, here's one here. Cunningham, it's the first time I've seen your excellent mag. I don't really have any small niggles about it, except for some of your reviews. The reviews are great in colour, description and marking, but in one of the other magazines I used to read, it had one thing extra. It had individual reviewers, at least 3. It gave us different views to different people's attitudes. I suppose you're talking about Zap, are you? I agree with Andy Thompson, issue 4, in having a better rating system, but rating systems like Aces, your system gives price, release date, graphics, sound, playability, value, and overall. What else do people want? Blood? Have you ever made a bad mistake? I have. I sold my Spectrum and Commodore 64 plus all the games and upgraded to an Atari ST. Well, I think we all did that, mate. Oh, what an error. My first game was the superb Dungeon Master. I've now played it to death and I'm really looking forward to Chaos Strikes Back. In fact, I'm looking forward to anything decent. The ST has no decent software apart from a couple of classics. Carrier Command, Dungeon Master, and Carrier Command. Right, okay, right, he's obviously just a morning face bastard. There's an advert for Blastoids. That's a horrible looking thing, that, isn't it? A Space Oddity. What is this? In 1977, Voyager 2 was launched into space, inviting all life forms in the universe to visit a planet. What was it called? Voyager. Can't recall ever playing that. Not a game I would really play, to be fair. Right, there we go. The top 10 Commodore Amiga. That's another video I need to do. I need to look at Cinemaware. TV Sports Football. Never. I mean, Cinemaware had some amazing looking games. Like, was it Rocket Ranger, Defender of the Crown? The Three Stooges. They came from the desert. Loads of them. I don't know whether it's graphics over gameplay. So TV Sports Football was number 1. Falcon, Sword of Sodan. Sword of Sodan was another game that looked incredible, but it was really basic. It had good sound, a digitised sound. I remember it blowing me away pretty much when I first got that for the Amiga. I think it came in, I'm sure it came on 3 discs, or at least 2 discs. Flight Simulator 2. Time Scanner, is that? Yeah, that's a... right, Time Scanner, yeah, it was indeed a video arcade game. Sorry, a video, it was a... I'll start again, it was a pinball table, but it was a video pinball table rather than a proper normal one, if that makes any sense. Microprose Soccer, now available on Atari ST, Amiga, Spectrum and Amstrad. There's another one I could do. You know what, I'm just going to take a wee note of this as I'm actually... Let me just... Oops, didn't want that to appear. Bollocks. Anyway, not to worry. Right. Microprose Soccer. WEC Le Mans. I'm sure I have done an Arcade Perfect. What was the first game we looked at? What was the first game? Sorry, I just need to flick back. I can't remember what it was. Dragon Ninja. I think I probably have done it. Anyway, let's take a wee note anyway. Right, okay. Sorry, right, back to what we're talking about. Ghostbusters 2, I remember playing that, it's a bit shite. Right, I'm tempted to just gloss over this, but you know what, I won't, because I know how fond a lot of people are of this game. I know some people probably think that I hate this game just because I want to hate it, just for effect. Trust me, I have tried to play the game on multiple occasions, and I don't know what it is. It's just it's like the overly complicated gameplay, and you're probably laughing thinking, how can an arcade game be overly complicated? If it just if you could fire bullets and just jump or something, I would maybe like it more. But I don't like the fact that you can jump and land on the rainbows. You can sort of kill baddies with the rainbows. You can capture them with the rainbows. If you're on a rainbow, it disappears. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Now I know the cute graphics don't really help matters. I have tried to play it, and I just don't like it. I know I'm not alone in not liking this game. I mean, my mate Panther detests it like myself. Nah, I was going to say maybe we could have a video where people try to convince us that it's actually a good game. But you know, all said and done, the home version that Andrew Braybook did was a phenomenal conversion. Really accurate, really well made. But for me, it's a pointless exercise, because if the original material isn't something that you've got any interest in, then you're not going to have any interest in. It doesn't matter how good the conversion is going to be. So yeah, apologies to like I said, I know a lot of people. I mean, it's held in high esteem. I think was it not rated the #1 game by Amiga Power? It might have been, actually. It might have been. There's Mr. Braybook down there. And Barbarian 2. Well, a question I do get asked, I've been asked quite a few times, is was there any games that you were really looking forward to and you were disappointed? Now, like most people, I thought the original Barbarian by Palace Software was excellent. A really good game. And then they brought out this one, the second one, which was kind of based on a sort of it was not a run and gun, it was more like an adventure, kind of similar to the Way of the Exploding Fist. And it's interesting because that is the one game I love the original, but the sequel just didn't do it. And yeah, they've gone from taking two games, Way of the Exploding Fist and Barbarian was a one-on-one fighter, and then they've tried to expand it by allowing you to walk from screen to screen, and for whatever reason it just lost something. I have to say though, that bloody dragon is quite good. Yeah, there's a couple of things in that picture which are quite nice, but the dragon's impressive as well. Right, there we go. Better than reality. Whoa, it's a light gun with recoil, clip on a hand gun, and what's that in button? It's a rifle. Right, there we go. Move over, Mattel. You may have cornered the market with your transforming toys, but it looks like Konix is going to be first. The transforming console, with a deft flick of the wrist, the multi-system changes from a motorbike to a light aircraft to a car to Optimus Prime. Right, okay. The console, which is due to appear in August, comes complete with a steering wheel attachment, pedal set. Its architecture is similar to that of a high-end PC, so it's a pretty nippy little beggar. The multi-system features CD quality sound, more colours than there really are, well, 4096, 128k onboard memory, a 3.5-inch disc drive, and all for £199. Seriously? Oh, you know what? I don't think that included the chair. Now, as we all know, it never saw the light of day. I wonder if anyone's actually got the prototype of this. Jeff Minter did. He was like a lot of these new kind of systems. He was he put out a game. I can't remember what it was. I think it was an update to Attack of the Mutant Camels. I think it might have been. But yeah, it would have been fantastic to see that, but it never, I don't know what happened there. There you go. Yeah, well, ×2 with the power, so it's a power chair. Konix is provisionally priced at £149. Sit down and take the weight off your thing. So there you go for, what's that, 150 plus 200. So there's, for 350 quid you could have got this. That would have been bloody awesome, but sadly it never ever came to be. Balance of Power, wow, I remember playing that briefly. Yeah, quite a scary game, the ultimate simulation of global leadership in a nuclear age. Assume the role of the President of the USA or the General Secretary of the USSR. Yeah, I did play it briefly, can't remember how I got on with it. The yoke's on you! 2 new specialist joysticks designed in the US specifically for simulation software. Yeah, that became a massive thing. As computers became more advanced, and obviously you could have more advanced flight simulators, there was a lot of kind of yoke controllers and that kind of stuff. Chase HQ caught amid much speculation as the licensing of Tato's brilliant racing coin-op Chase HQ. It looks like the software house behind the wheel is Ocean. An Ocean spokesperson refused to confirm or deny the rumour, but sources suggest it as a conversion rights. Chrysalis Software, what is this? New formed Chrysalis Software has just signed a deal with the legendary 8-bit software house Ultimate to convert all its old titles, and there are a lot, to the ST, Amiga and PC. Well, I don't think, I may be wrong, but I don't think that ever happened. Don't think that ever happened. So this shows there was a lot of things that Kenny were going to come out and they never actually saw the light of day. Yep, IBM PC incompatible was Flight Simulator 3. Is that 2 or 3? I think that's a 3. Debuggery. The first scene here is dynamic debugger. God, that looks shit, doesn't it? Two interesting titles. It's your standard platform fare. Atari ST Falcon, Speedball Dungeon Master. Leisure Suit Larry Goes Looking for Love, International Karate. What was that one there? I can't think of what that is, don't know what that game is. And what was that? Zany Golf. Zany Golf's actually good. That's actually really nice. You use the mouse to control it. There we go, Blasteroids. Gary Penn gets his rocks off. The thing I liked about the One magazine, it did have really colourful pages. What did Gary give it? So you had the ST, interesting, 81%. Was it exactly the same? Yeah, they gave exactly the same scores. I'm assuming that alright, and they've probably just converted in a straight conversion. Dragonscape. Duggar. Do I remember this? I can't remember. Can't remember this one. Interesting, that one's black and white. Whereas other ones are 46%. Highway Hawks. Anko's Mad Max style combination of high speed pursuit and high caliber firepower. I wonder if they gave the games that were good colour and the ones that were pish like this black and white. Don't know. Never heard of this game. Don't recall it at all. 65%. Yeah. Millennium 2.2. Now with the sort of, you know, more advanced controls like mice, whatever it is, mouses. Yeah, there was a lot of the games, you know, they became more strategy type things. Which, surprise, surprise, I never really got into them. There's Soft Sellers, 12 Sandpiper Close, Longridge Park, Colchester. Now that is just too small, I can't actually see that. There you go, that's a 520 STFM with 1 meg drive, 269 quid. 1040 was 449. Yeah, there's Sword of Soda. And you know what, and I keep saying this, what surprises me is, in my head, as an 18-year-old, I always picture like this particular magazine as having full colour, and yet it's not. It looks a bit rubbish. I'm disappointed that they've used colour black and white for this one, because this game, the graphics do look phenomenal. But as we'll find out, yet 62%. What does it say here? The traps and airborne adversaries on later levels help to vary the gameplay, but ultimately there's some doubt as to staying power. Yeah, I think you can pretty much complete the game after about half an hour of play. But you know, the fact that you don't have to buy games like this anymore, download it, give it a go. It's worthy of half an hour of your time. But it was mega impressive. Now see, this one's in colour, F-19 Stealth Fighter. Has that got a better review? 91%. Yeah, maybe that's the reason they do that. I don't know. Amiga Specialist, click. Obviously this was before the internet, so that's how you bought a lot of the stuff. Games Winter Edition. Ah, right. Now I made a video. It was my Commodore 64 look at that I did on Sunday, and I was playing some of the Epix games, including Summer Games 1, Summer Games 2, Winter Olympics, California Games, and World Games. And I was talking about this. I said I'm sure they brought out a follow-up called the Games Winter Edition and the Games Summer Edition, but they just never really hit the spot, which is a shame. I mean, look at that, 56%. The original Summer Games and Summer Games 2 in the Commodore 64 are probably two of the most technically impressive games on the system. And I don't know whether they just they had kind of milked it too much. I don't know. Shame, because like I said, it came from a good background. I ludicrous don't remember this at all. Thing is, any game that got 60%, unless it was a game that I really wanted to play, there was no way I was going to buy it. Superman, don't remember that one, 69%. It's funny, if it was 70%, you would probably think yes, but because it's 69, you associate that as a 60% game. One of the worst video games apparently is Superman. Is it 64 on the Nintendo 64? I don't know if this looks, graphically wise, it looks not bad. Is this based on? Ah, there you go. How do you design a computer game around an invincible superhero? Tato's coin-op certainly didn't manage it. Ah, right, okay. Simply dropping the character into a run-of-the-mill scrolling beat-em-up with no attempt to incorporate such essential elements as heat vision, kryptonite, or Lex Luthor. So yeah, not great. Technocop, I think wasn't actually that bad. Yeah, I do remember playing that. I'll need to start looking at some of these games. Again, another black and white one, which is a bit disappointing. What's this? Top quality second drives for the Amiga, Atari ST82. Ah, that's interesting, the Amiga one's actually cheaper. All prices include delivery. That's not a bad price. You'd probably pay that for what do you call it? Buying a second hand one off eBay nowadays. Eveshin Micros, I've bought quite a lot of stuff back in the day off them. Tips. Falcon, yeah, again, I could never ever get into flight simulators. Just didn't have the patience, or probably the skill, to be fair. Ah, here we go, Defender of the Crown. While the game is booting from a second disc, hold down the K key. Once the game is loaded, select Build Army, whereupon you should find a staggering in your home army. Alright. Now select Seek Conquest. I'm going to give that a go because it's quite a difficult game. So hold down K when it's loading from the second disc. Castle Computers, Stoke-on-Trent. The monsters. Whilst there was some, I mean, look at that, that's a really poor screenshot. Whilst there were some bloody awesome games on the ST and Amiga, the early games that came out were pretty poor. They really were. I mean, there you go, 41%. The price tag seems excessive for what's on offer. Mediocre graphics, unoriginal plot, overly frustrating gameplay. Rest in peace. There's another one, Jet Fighter. Hits the hard deck with a PC only. Ah, right. So this magazine actually did feature. It featured IBM games as well. Bob Dinnerman, Electronic Arts, created by Bob Dinnerman. Now he did Interceptor. Can't remember what it's full. F-18. Is it F-18? Interceptor on the Amiga. and it was that was one game I did play because it was really impressive. It was the kind of game you could put on the player to woo your pals. Now, talking of shit games, here we go. This is an absolute classic pish game, 33%. Crazy Cars, yeah, what can I say about Crazy Cars? The first game was awful. The first game, it was like you're driving along a road, and it was like volcano, it was like lava on each side of the car, each side of the road, and you could actually jump. Yeah, you were driving things like BMWs and you could actually jump. Yeah, go figure. Then this was the sequel, Crazy Cars 2. It looked more impressive. I mean, it's got, you know, looking at the graphics there, you'd think, yeah, that looks really, really good. I just want to see what they say. Crazy Cars 2 is one of the least impressive driving games to appear. The car's control varies between having unresponsive and ridiculously oversensitive, while the collision detection only makes things worse. Other cars on the road drive right over you as if you weren't even there, and the car explodes even though you've not hit anything. There's no sensation of speeding even at the top whack of 337 miles per hour. The car only seems to be trundling along. To cap it all, the sound consists of nothing better than a grating engine sound and unrealistic white noise. Come on, Titus, get into gear. Now, to be fair to Titus, the next game, they only gone and knocked it out the park with American Challenge. I think it was also called Lamborghini Challenge. And it was bloody brilliant. It was utterly brilliant. Kind of similar to, I was going to say similar to like Lotus, the Lotus games. Excuse me. But you could like bet, and you had to, if you came first, you would win money and that kind of stuff. But yeah, the third game is awesome, but the first two are two of the worst ever. And I've just come up with an idea. Let's see, the 10 worst driving games on the 16-bit. There we go, there's another video in the making. Yeah, absolutely god awful. Zany Golf. Now this was actually really good. What did they give it? 70%. Yeah, the most impressive aspect of Zany Golf is the high quality of execution. It's very stylish, really playable. You use the mouse. Yeah, mega playable. Me and my pals used to play this quite a lot. Now, the problem with a lot of these games is the Amiga, especially, they just gave you straight ports of the Atari ST, which was a shame because the Amiga was capable of so much more. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to play that, go and check it out. What's this? Born in USA, American Ice Hockey. Don't recall ever playing any of these. What's this? Prison. I mean, no, there you go. That just kind of bucks the idea that they give good games colour, because I mean that gets 81%. What's this? Prison is certainly an excellent arcade adventure, perhaps the best of its type. Can't recall that one at all. There you go, another. I mean, if you were into flight simulators, you were more than spoiled. 89%. Wow. Digital integration. Yeah, they did a lot of the 8-bit ones. Denarius, right, now we're talking. Brian Nesbitt shoots to thrill in Rainbow Arts clone of a clone. Denarius began life as a progressive scrolling shoot 'em up called Catechus. However, just as US Gold were about to release it, a major problem set in. This problem was Activision's Big Cheese, Rod Cousins. Rod believed that the game was too derivative of his own company's official license conversion of R-Type. Insensibly, US Gold agreed. Refusing to abandon such a high quality product, however, Rainbow Islands took its original game back and modified it to avoid any breach of copyright. The works is now complete and Catechus has resurfaced as Denarius. Wonder if let's have a look. Catechus. I don't know if it ever actually got a release, Catechus. Let's have a look. %. What was that? That's on the Amiga, yeah. Oh, ST as well. No, it's not. There's no plans at present for an Amiga version, mainly because of the machine's scrolling difficulties. However, the emergence of Steve Back's super speedy scrolling routines as seen in Return to Genesis and Star Rail means that this situation could still change in the not too distant future. There's a lovely Bob Wakelin cover, Operation Wolf. There we go. For 14.99 of your American, of your US, of your UK pounds, you could get Last Duel, Outrun Europa, or Human Killing Machine. Right, there we go, the game's summer edition. So they must have brought out both of these. Yeah, see these screenshots, looking at this now, these screenshots really, even if it is pants, let's see, 79%, well, see that got a bit better. It doesn't do it justice. I wonder if they had to pay to get colour, or I wonder who decided. If anybody knows why were some games colour, why were some games black and white, if anyone can tell me the reason for that, please do so. Can't have ever played any of these. Right, why has that gone that way? That's bloody annoying. Why would you do that? Right, that is, oh, I want to, right, I'm going to have to switch this around. That is annoying. Yeah, we'll need to, how do we do this? View, rotate. There we go. Right, Hybris. That is one of the best games ever written for the Amiga, in my opinion. Right, I always want to actually zoom in to see what they actually say about it. Right, Hybris is so addictive it should come with a government health warning. It's true that it offers very little that hasn't been seen before, but all of the best elements of the shoot 'em up have been taken and spliced together in a glorious package that moves well, looks fantastic, and feels better than just repeated throughout. Yeah, absolutely, it's a great game. What I love about it, the music is to die for. I mean, what did they give here? Sound 84%. That said, it's up to the individual to decide whether to exercise these. What is that? If there is a problem, it's with the game's length. There are only 3 levels, really. And the arcade style continuous play option combined with the ability to customise the craft and the alien attack patterns means it won't take a great deal of perseverance to see things through to the end. That said, it's up to the individual to decide. I never realised that. But yeah, it's not too difficult, which is nice. Yeah, right, anyway, let's put that back to that, and then we need to flip this back. We need to rotate it counterclockwise. There we go, and then we need to bring that back in again. Right, I think. Right, that's us. There we go. Right, demos. Demos was a big thing back in the 16-bit. Robocop. That was all. That's quite an impressive AT-AT, or is it AT-AT? I don't know what they call it. Detail Electronics, yeah, they were a big company back in the day. God, see things like that, you know, being able to scan a picture into your computer. Nowadays we can take a photograph and upload it in seconds using our phone. But things like that, and digitizers where you could, record your voice, that was like, wow. It was just so impressive. Atomic RoboKid, was that not based on an arcade game? Is this a preview? I don't actually know. Oh no, it is, these are arcades, right, okay, yeah, so this is indeed an arcade game. I was going to say, it does look really nice. Nastan Warrior, don't remember that. It does look a bit like. Wait a minute, why does that say Nastar Warrior? Is it not Rastan, or is that what they called it? It certainly looks. No, in fact, no, that's not Rastan. But you can see what they've done there. Kenny has better graphics. Don't recall ever playing that. Wheel Runner, nah, don't remember that one. Saint Dragon, yeah, I think I remember that one. 17-bit software, there you go. Now this was the company that then went on to, what games did they do? Was it Worms? They did like Arcade Pool. They did Body Blows. Yeah, they did Body Blows 1 and 2. This is the Arcade Pool, Arcade Snooker. Alien Breed? Was that Alien? Yeah, I think Alien Breed, they did that as well. So that's how these guys started off. They put out public domain software. There you go. See, I'm a history teacher as well. Right, what is this? Right, we really can't be arsed reading about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right, why is that picture all wonky? And there's the classifieds, there's people selling stuff. There you go, if you want to buy yourself a 520 STFM, 1-year-old used. Why do people put that? Because if it's a year old, does he honestly expect us to believe that it's only been used for a few hours and he's got 100 original box games? Really? Why would you buy all these games and only use it for an hour? Don't believe you. There we go, and yeah, there we go. They had the EMAP Golden Joystick Awards, so you could nominate. And there we go. Yep, WEC Le Mans arcade is quite impressive, and yeah, it plays pretty well at the game. So anyway, listen guys, that is it. If there's a magazine you want to see me do this feature of, please just put your comments down below and I will see what I can do. And finally guys, as always, thank you very, very much for watching.